You are listening to The Goodbye Girl, Pemberton Manor, Book 1, written and narrated by Becky Doughty. Chapter 1. Wait up, please. The man standing at the back of the old-fashioned lift just stared at me as I careened through the small lobby, two bulging canvas grocery bags slung over my shoulder and dragging my overloaded luggage trolley behind me. "Thanks for your help," I muttered under my breath, as I turned and wedged myself through the narrow opening. I wasn't worried about him picking up on my sarcasm. Earbud cords hung down either side of his neck and disappeared inside the collar of his coat. But I was so relieved there was someone else riding up with me that I didn't care. It was Christmas Eve, for St. Nick's sake, and I wasn't going to let some rude guy in an elevator get to me. Okay, it wasn't an elevator, not by a long shot. As far as I was concerned, it barely qualified as a lift. An ancient Otis manual traction elevator, it was operated by a hand crank set into one wall of the cab. Move the lever clockwise to go up, counterclockwise to go down, bring it to 12 o'clock to stop. And it was not self-leveling. It took a bit of finesse to line the bottom of the lift up with whatever floor you were stopping at. The first time I'd braved it, and only after Sarah's relentless badgering, it had gotten stuck just past the second floor. My sister had laughed at my mini panic and casually slid open the accordion cage door and then slammed it shut again, latching it back into place. "Sometimes it does that," she explained, as I stared in horror at the gaping opening between the threshold of the lift and the brick wall of the shaft. "What if I got my leg stuck in there right as the thing started up again?" I asked, horrified at the grisly images that flooded my overactive imagination. "How can this thing even be legal?" Sarah rolled her eyes. "You sound like one of my kids, always suggesting the most improbable scenarios." She eyed me over her shoulder as she slid the door latch in place before reaching for the crank again. "Not only would your leg not even fit in there, Gracie, but why on earth would you put it in there in the first place?" She had a point, but thankfully I didn't have to acknowledge her superior reasoning skills, because the elevator had responded with a clank and a shudder, and then lurched its way up the shaft until Sarah brought it to a stop.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?